Guys, it is Tuesday. We have a very, very special time today with an incredible guest. But, guys, I would be remiss if we didn't do our brand new opening, right? So, Rebecca, get ready for this. I warned you.
Yeah.
Here we go, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, TCT BNL, that's this sexy beast right here, is proud to bring to you its soon to be world famous No Lag Zone with an incredible special guest, Mrs. Slicks.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Told you, a little bit different than last time.
Yes, I love it.
Now, for you guys who don't know, this is the much, accentuate the much better half of the boss man, Johnny Slicks. We had a great opportunity to get her on, and I know Johnny's out there in the comments somewhere watching. So hi, Johnny.
Yes.
But Rebecca, I know who you are. I know a lot of these guys don't. Tell everyone about yourself for a moment.
Oh man, this is like the worst part. I hate talking about myself or attention by myself. But I'm Mrs. Slicks, aka Rebecca Slicks. A little bit about me. I am pretty quiet, kept individual. I kind of always been. I've always had just a couple friends in my circle. Always kind of kept to myself. I'm a huge nature lover. So anytime we can get to the beach, to the mountains for walks, hikes, any type of physical activity, I absolutely love. I am a crazy cat lady. So I've got 2 fur babies, or you can see right on the thing behind me.
Yeah.
So I'm a super crazy cat mama, and I am a huge food lover. So almost all and any food, I'm like a snacking person. So I just love to munch on food, but then I just have to go and work out really hard after.
Okay, so that explains the 80 workouts a day. I got you. I'm with you.
If I want to crush a whole pizza, I got to make sure I work, because I can crush a whole pizza. I just got to make sure I work for it later.
Well, it's that Jersey girl thing, But we got some people over in the chat to say hi to. I see E-Rock claiming first.
Hello.
Vato, mi amigo. How are you, brother? Okay, so we're going to kind of rip the Band-Aid off something right here.
Okay.
I've been waiting for this one ever since I saw the Harbor Site podcast.
Yes.
Where Johnny was a guest. And guys, if you haven't checked that out, go look it up. It's Harbor Site. Nick Comolazzo's, the other partner of Johnny Slicks, runs an incredible podcast. And he had Johnny on. And basically, Johnny confessed to the American dream. He was like, yeah, well, Rebecca was into me. I was like, okay, whatever. Yeah, sure. And I was like, all right, Johnny, so let me get this straight. Rebecca stalked you, you stalked Nick, and now you're a multi-million-dollar business.
Yep.
So I see by that look on your face, there may not be a whole ring of truth to that.
No, totally true. So I can literally remember the first time I saw Johnny. We were in middle school or the first year of high school. And I was talking to a bunch of friends in the hallway, and he just walked on by with all of his cool kid friends, and he had his long hair, he had his beard, and he just looked so hot to me. And I was like, I need to find out who that is. And sure enough, I ended up finding out who he was. And then I ended up getting his phone number from a friend. And then I hit him up with the old, like, hey, do you know how to download, music for free from YouTube? Can you help me out situation? And then it was kind of like a done deal. And then we had some classes together. And then after that, we were pretty much inseparable.
That's kind of what I've heard. But Iron Wings, I want to take a moment and address you, brother. If you need to talk, you get a hold of me, okay? I'll drop everything to be there for you, brother. Listen in. Hope you're doing well, pal. I also heard in that podcast about the ultimate power move.
Oh, man.
Now, Mama Slicks is very intimidating by herself, okay?
Who are you telling?
Yeah, I'm just saying. And leaving earrings in the car is like, mine,
No, man, it was horrible. It was horrible. It happens. And what's so crazy is I was brand new. So like anybody that knows me, I'm technology challenged. Like I can barely work my iPhone. I can barely work my computer. Me and technology just don't get along. And I'd rather not use it, even though it's super helpful. I just had an iPhone for like a week, and I opened up my phone to text him in a panic and be like, hey, I left my earrings in your car. Like, go get them so your mom doesn't see them. And I texted it to his mom because she texted me while we were at dinner to ask us a question. And I hit send, and then I looked at it and my heart just sank. And I was like, fuck, oh my God, this is bad. This is really bad. So I called him, and he was like, don't worry about it. It's cool. And then he gets home, and not only was his mom there, his mom's mom was there too. So he got a double whammy. And John's mom's mom, they're the same person. They are so much alike with their mannerisms and everything. So I'm sure Johnny got the brunt of it.
But I mean, that's like the ultimate power move.
It
Leaving him and then sending that text like,
oh man, I didn't mean to, but it's so funny how things like that happen, because I swear, like, as soon as we started dating, like, John moved into my locker and everything. Like, we shared a locker all throughout high school, and we were just like inseparable. So it's kind of funny how those things happen.
And you see, it's always really cool hearing that story, because, you know, you always walk around and you go, yeah, you never meet the love of your life in high school. But anybody who's known you guys, even Mama Slicks has told me flat out, everywhere it was like John and Rebecca, Rebecca and John. Everywhere you guys were, you were like one person.
Yeah.
And I think that's so cool because, like I said in the green room, and I told you I was going to make fun of them, I saw that picture of your marriage.
Yes. The day
you saw that face, and went, that's my man.
That's my man. To be fair, he had a beard and he had a lot longer hair. To be fair.
Oh, don't get me started on hair. Whose idea was that for him to get a cut?
That was the Marine Corps, which is crazy because when he started to sign up and he was doing like all the pulley exercises and everything, I would literally take like a Bic razor and shave his head practically bald. He just had like the little ring up top, and I do that for him weekly. So, and I tell him now, like, now that he's out of the Marine Corps, like, the beard has to stay. Like, the beard's got to stay. He's got to keep it. He can't get rid of it.
Okay. Much respect. Yeah. But the other thing I think I got out of that Harborside podcast, which I find really, really funny. I know how Johnny likes to say, like, I'm the brains, I do all this, I do everything. But it seems like when you guys went on your vacation to Red Rocks, everybody was like, oh, crap, Rebecca's leaving.
So yeah, go ahead.
You see, I also remember when he was doing lives on Instagram, and you're walking behind him going, you got work, let's go.
I know.
You know, and it's like, we know who the boss is, you know? When you've got Nick, Marine Special Ops, going, no, Rebecca can't go. No, we're going to be lost. No.
I know.
We know who the boss is, and we've got her today right here on the show. That's all I'm going to say.
No, thanks. It's good to be needed. It's a good feeling that your team like relies on you and can count on you to get things done. It's awesome.
Yeah, and speaking of your team, how's that new employee working out? Had to go to human resources yet? Because
we already have a binder full of issues going on with that guy. He's just causing a muck left and right. I don't know what we're going to do with him.
I'm just saying, if you ever have a break-in, his beast jitsu has been undefeated so far. So there you go.
So I know. So that's good for that. But you can always tell when he's around because there's little pieces of fur all throughout the hallways and everything. So if anybody got fur in their packages, straight up the beast.
I about lost it over that Instagram thing when you went into the bathroom and just like, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh man, that's horrible. Which is funny because it brought me back to the days where I was managing the gym and people would go, we had one bathroom at the gym and people would go blow it up. And I'm like, bro, like you're a grown up. Like, first of all, that's unnatural. And second, like clean up after yourself. Like, come on.
Wow. Well,
so thank goodness for Slick Spray.
That stuff is amazing.
It's a miracle. Yeah.
And if any of you guys watching this want to try any Johnny Slicks products, use my channel name right here. Yes. That's a discount code. I get nothing. It's just a special discount code that they were very, very kind enough to give me. Anybody watching these videos or anything I ever do and post it up, use it. But now, moving on. That's one of the things I love when you guys are putting out those videos. And I wish other companies would do it a little bit more. You show a lot more of a humorous, personal side to you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you. I can send you an email going, oh my God, look, I'm getting my rear tore off. Can you help me here? And you're like, oh yeah, I got you. No problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you don't see that a lot. Like for when Black Friday was coming up and Johnny was practicing his thing. And, oh my God, Tom walked by and just smacked the list out of his hand, you know?
Yeah.
Or Nick, like running around for Johnny's birthday.
The cake everywhere. Oh my gosh, that stressed us out.
It's just a different feel to an amazing company.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love how throughout all this time, the only thing that's changed on the bottle is the label.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the formulas have been the same. None of them have ever changed. It's just the packaging that got a better look and a better feel over time.
Yeah, and it's a testament to you guys that you don't, how can I put this? You don't feel you have to have a cent of the month. You don't feel you have to
Right.
have exclusives all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's you've got it, you've blown up. I
Yeah.
mean,
And this is the cool thing with the four of us, with Nick, Allie, Johnny, and me, is we're all real honest, straight up forward people, but we want to enjoy life. Like, what is the point to go? Because everybody works full time. So you're spending
right,
most of your time with your work family. Why be miserable? Like the four of us have done that. And so many people have done that. Or they're currently there where they're stuck in a job. They hate the people they work with. They're not passionate about what they do. So that's the whole point of taking this back and working for ourselves, is have fun while we're doing that. And we tell that to our team all the time. And we actually have them take DISC personality test assessments so we can see
nice.
when we hire new people, we can get somebody that's going to vibe and gel with them so that when they're working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week with somebody, they can actually get along and have a conversation and become a family member than just have it be a random person that they can't stand to be around. And that's how we make it so much more fun. And then we find what we're really good at and we're going to stick with it. Like there's no point in having brand new flashy things constantly. Like take what you're good at, really own it, and then perfect it and give it to everybody.
I mean, I think your most exclusive thing is Slick Day Cake.
Yes, which is coming up soon, March
And
7th.
yeah, and I've got Johnny on video saying oil's coming out this year. Don't make me pull up that video. He admitted on
You
this
have some
show.
video?
I've got it on video. The last
My-
time he was on my show, we talked about it. He said it's coming back this year.
Yes.
I think that was the first time you came on the show. Matter
Yeah,
of fact,
it was
that
actually. Yeah. So we're super excited for Slick Day.
So I'm just saying, if he's looking to get out of it, you let me know. I'll send you the video.
Yeah, I might need you to send that to me just so I can double check.
Oh, I got you, because I
Yeah.
love Slick Day Cake. I got you.
Yeah, hold him accountable.
Oh, heck yeah. But I like the fact that the leadership culture there is family friendly, and the way it shows from the top down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're big on. And like, like I said, there's no reason to go to work and not be happy with the people that you're around. Like, these are really, at the end of the day, this is really our family and our team members. And this is like the first time, actually, a couple months into last year, this is the first time that Johnny Slicks is fully staffed and every single team member gets along with each other. They respect each other. They look out for each other's backs. Like, it's so awesome when one person calls out sick or one person's like, hey, I'm not feeling good. And then their team members like, go home. I got this. Don't even trip. Like, that's just awesome that we're able to pass that off and build that culture.
And you can see it. I mean, okay, you can fake it for a while.
Yeah.
And I've been watching you guys since the beginning. Matter of fact, my first real time with Johnny was on Instagram before I even did YouTube.
Yeah.
But you can see in the background with people working, it's not that face of, oh God, I hate it here. Oh God, I just want a paycheck. You know, people screwing around with Johnny when he's live.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, you walking by through the gym when everyone's working out, you're going, 5 minutes.
Yeah. 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 It's that great culture. It's that great family vibe we got going.
It is. But it also makes me think back to, God, your guys' origin stories. And I wonder if that plays a huge part in what that culture you're fabricating there. Because I remember you guys were so broke, you had nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
it's crazy to look back on those days.
yeah, it's like I think I put it like you were trying to shake the futon mattress to find a couple quarters to go to Taco Bell. You know,
Yeah, I mean, John would be searching the parking lots, anything at the gas station for extra change. And then when we were selling plasma, his money from plasma would go to products, supplies, jars, labels, all that stuff. And then my money would go to groceries for the week. And that's just how we did it. And it was funny because we were working full time. And then on our days off, we'd go and donate plasma and then head right to the Walmart across the street and go get groceries. But I appreciate all the struggles we had so much, because I truly feel like if we didn't have those and we didn't experience them, we wouldn't be the people that we are today, because everything's a balance. You know, you can't have rainbows and sunshines every day. So I do enjoy, like, it may not in the moment when we're going through like a hardship or a struggle, but every like after 6 months or so after we've had one, we're both like, okay, we're super appreciative that we had that moment, and then we can have that balance and realize how far we've come and that all the work we are doing is paying off.
Yeah, but it also seems like and I've said this before, you've never forgot where you came from, ever.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
never gotten to the point where, we're a multi-million-dollar company. Okay, well, I'm getting a Lambo, we're getting a mansion, we're
Right.
doing this,
Right. I mean, there's no that thought doesn't even cross our mind. Like we want to work really hard so that when we get up older and we go to retire, we don't have to rely on anybody to give us like a social security. We can sit more comfortable, but there's never been a time where it's like, okay, work's done. Let's put our feet up and chill. It's like, no, let's keep moving this train forward. Let's see how much further we can push ourselves. Let's see how much more we can accomplish. Like there's always something to keep ourselves moving forward. And I think a lot of people need that in their life if they don't have it, or else you just get stagnant and then you don't learn, you don't grow, you just kind of sit
Right.
still. So we're always looking for that growth. And that's a huge perk of having Nick and Allie as business partners and family as well, as we've got those two to push us and we can push them as well.
Well, I mean, and especially with them, as you said, family. Because if I remember this correctly, didn't your guys' house burn down and you lived with Nick and Allie for a while?
Yeah, so not burned down, but in 2018, Hurricane Florence hit North Carolina. Nick and Allie were in Greece. We went back home to Pennsylvania to stay with our family while everything happened. Well, as the second or third day into the hurricane, we were living in like a manufactured home. We needed a really cheap place, so we rented it from a friend for like $700 a month.
Primo.
The whole place got flooded. Like the water was up to the roof, and there was a pig farm right down the road that just like took it out. So we called Nick and Allie. We told them what happened. Without even skipping a beat, Nick was like, "You're staying with us. Done deal." And then we came down to North Carolina. We stayed for them a couple days. We had the conversation of like, okay, what are we going to do? And they literally, no rush, no pressure. They let us move into their upstairs bedroom. And it was just the most amazing feeling ever to have that family and that support. And it was never uncomfortable. It was never awkward. It was just like, boom, we're here. We're here to help you. And it was perfect. And I think it's cool too, because I think that really helped us grow, because we started in early 2018 and then late 2018, that's when the hurricane happened. So I think it just helped us grow our relationship even more, being under one roof. And we had a lot of damn fun together, like a lot of fun. So it's cool to have that environment and kind of have that start off with each other to get to know each other really well, both personal and then for the business.
And I love how you guys haven't. Okay, I don't know all the behind the scenes things, but it's never been any public real issues like, okay, now we're having a problem. We got to. It's just not been there. I've watched this synergy. I've watched the teamwork, and I've watched the growth. And by the way, I got to call shenanigans on you, Rebecca. I really have to right now.
On what?
Little Miss, I don't know how to talk about myself, and I don't know what I've been able to say. Look at her go, guys. She's been doing great for 18 minutes.
You're making it easy for me, so I appreciate it. Hey, you're easy to talk to.
You've been family over here since I've known you guys. So.
I know, same.
Okay, so let's dial it back and go way back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Johnny's out of the military, and he's telling you he wants to become a barber. How'd that conversation go?
It's crazy because he was so set and we were so gung-ho on him being like a park ranger for like a national park. And we were like, we could move to Florida and then live on the park reserve. How cool would that be? And I was a vet assistant at the time. So he's like, oh, I'll be security at a park ranger. And then I could get a job as like a vet assistant or vet tech anywhere on the park. So we were like, done deal. And I forget where we were, how the conversation came up, but he was just like, I want to be a barber. And I was like, okay, that's total flip 180. Like, how did you get to this? But that's what he wanted to do. And I've always just supported him because I know he's always had passion behind him. So I didn't like whoever wants to be that person that's like, why? That's weird. So I wanted to give him my full support. And, you know, he did it and he did school for a couple months. And then when he decided that school wasn't really what he wanted to do and he wanted to start the pomades, I was like, okay, so what do we do? How do we get there? Like, what do you need from me to kind of help and take over?
Now, see, and there's the thing that always blows my mind. All right. I get he's got this great vision and I get he's got this great drive. But here's how you balance him out. You're the numbers person and you're like, really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I've always just had this wonder in the back of my head when you guys were in that financial spot selling plasma to get jars to fill orders. Was there ever a doubt that creeped in your head that this just isn't going to work and we need to find something else?
It didn't. It never crossed my mind. And it's funny because me and Johnny talk about this a lot. Looking back at that time, it was a struggle. but I don't ever really view it as a struggle or we were like down in a dark place. Like my mindset was like, this is the goal. We just need to keep working to get through it. And if we keep working hard enough, eventually something's going to give and we're going to get some momentum. So there wasn't really any time to be like, what if this doesn't work out? It was just, this has to work and this is what I have to do. And it's crazy because I was a manager at Chuck E. Cheese at the time. So when I was a manager at Chuck E. Cheese, pay wasn't that high. So we were selling plasma, selling extra clothes in our house, selling extra purses, like whatever we could sell, we were selling. But a perk of being a manager at Chuck E. Cheese was you got $20 in free food for every shift you worked. So man, did we live off freaking Chuck E. Cheese pizza, and I would make calzones, and that's how we got by. And I would literally budget all of our money down to like the dollar. So like if I went food shopping, it had to be $53 or it had to be less or the card wasn't going to go through. And looking back, it was like, dang, that was kind of some struggling days. But again, now it just makes me appreciate it so much more because you see what hard work pays off at the end, you know?
Yeah, the struggle builds the strength, and the struggle is part of the story. And I'll be honest, after talking with Johnny and watching the Johnny Slicks origin story, it's a different kind of connection. And it's like, this person's real.
Yeah.
It's not like mommy and daddy gave him 1.5 million bucks and said, hey, go invest in whatever you want to do. It's not like he hit the lottery. It's not like he got a bank loan. He did it himself. And the one thing that I asked him, and it really stands out in my head, and I'm like, really? When you guys met Nick and Allie to talk about you're going to invest in the company, I asked him, I was like, did you think you were dead? If he said no, he goes, no, I was ready for the next step.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh? You know?
Yeah. I mean, there's just, that's the good thing about both of us is there's no time to doubt. Because I will say I have done this in the past. What if this doesn't work? I need to do X, Y, and Z. And I literally was killing myself mentally and stressing myself out, worrying about everything that could go wrong. And then I wasn't living in the present moment. And I was just letting time go by. So if you give it your all and you don't let second doubts come into your head and you just work hard, like things will happen. You'll be able to start moving stuff.
Now, see, okay, the Irish part of me wants to agree with you there, but it's that old proverb, expect the worst, hope for the best.
Right.
So, like when you're going through the stuff, it's like, okay, am I going to get through this? Am I going to get through this? And Will, I agree 100%. And this is why I am so passionate about this company and why I've actually committed myself to do a review for every single thing they release, which, I've got like body wash and other stuff over there I got to do. But they're just so, God, they're so genuine. There's nothing fake about them. Nothing.
And if anybody knows me, I cannot lie. I cannot keep a secret. So don't ever ask me to hold a secret. It's a funny side story. We were sitting out back a couple nights, Johnny and I, and Nick needed me to keep a secret from Johnny. It was something personal, something small. And Johnny just brought up this subject. And I literally, little kid, was like, and then he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, I have to tell you because I feel like I'm keeping a secret from you, but it's a surprise. So don't tell him I told you. But I can't. There's like, life's too short. Why try to lie and then cover it up? It's way more work to be dishonest than it is just to be honest and real, and people appreciate it more.
Yeah, Rebecca's like, I'm going inside now, bye.
Yeah.
And I agree with that 100%. This is something I teach, especially my son. I'm trying to get it through to him. Every time you lie, you've got to tell 10 more to cover up the first one.
And then remember those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and remember who you told the lie and then keep it straight. Yeah, I lied. When I was a teenager, I lied one time right when I was 16, and it blew up in my face bad, and it got a lot of people involved. And then I just felt so dirty and so gross, and I felt like my parents couldn't trust me afterwards. So ever since then, I just can't lie. I can't do it.
It's that old school Jersey stuff right there. That's all I'm saying. Old school Jersey stuff right there.
Yep.
And no, we're not going to have you say mozzarella today,
Oh, good. Yeah, good.
That's still one of those that makes me die laughing. I know exactly what you're talking about because I grew up back east. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when you guys met Nick and Allie and everything started rolling forward, was there ever a part of you that just went, is this carpet going to get ripped out from underneath us, or what are we going to do?
Not really. I mean, there's times where it was hard and it was a lot of work. And there was times where I was like, okay, I want to just shut off and not talk about work and not talk about Johnny Slicks. Like, let's just go back to like Rebecca and John. And then I had to come to a realization with Johnny and Nick and Allie's help that like, no, we are the business and the business is us. It's one and the same, you know, and keep it all active. But there was never like a point where it was just too much or we didn't want to, you know, continue on with it or anything.
Well, okay. And by the way, Nick, if you're ever catching this, I'm not making fun of you. I'm not poking fun at you. You have my address and you're a freaking beast. So yeah, just saying for the record, Nick. All right. How did you guys manage that shutting off the business and getting back to Johnny and Rebecca? Because it's your business, your life, your everything. But how did you manage? And it ties in with like stuff we've talked about before with mental health. And you even brought it up, mentally draining. How did you guys do that?
There was a couple times where not like butt heads, but there'd be times where I was sitting home waiting for John to come home for dinner. And it was like 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night and he was still working. And I'd get super frustrated and I'd be like, okay, when are we going to have us time? But then I had to have like a sit down talk with myself. Like, it's not like he's out at the club. He's not hanging out with friends. Like, he is trying to better himself and the business to look out for our future. So we really had to have a sit down talk where it's, okay, let's start scheduling time for us to do one-on-ones and like date nights or just stay home and be early for dinner. So we got better at scheduling time for ourselves. And then there's kind of like a talk where it's like, okay, if 6 or 7 o'clock at night hits, no more work talk. Or well, that's what we kind of did last year, but now we're kind of at the point where we kind of just mix everything in together and we can balance it really well because there's just so much to be done and said about the business. But we have an understanding where if each other's like, okay, I'm tapped out, I can't talk about work, let's hold this off till the morning, we'll hold it off and carry it to the morning. So the biggest thing is just communication with your partner and talking to them like, and being honest, like, I can't take any more work right now, you know, and just letting them know where you're at. Because then you just snap at each other and like, you're on the same team. So if you're snapping and you're arguing at each other, you're not going to get anywhere. So it's let's work together and be efficient, and then we can relax together at the same time.
Okay, one of those times he was late at work, it was my fault because I had him on a live, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, probably. No, you're fine. You're fine.
He was actually in the live going, you know, Rebecca's home sick. I'm like, well, let's end this thing, you know? I don't need you getting stabbed. Yeah, it's just... It's weird because seeing how the growth, like I remember basically the Amazon launch day, the video you guys did.
Yeah.
And I saw Nick, he's like, so, yeah, we're now on Amazon. And hey, guess what? I need 5 million units. And I knew he was screwing around with Johnny, but the look in Johnny's face was, shut the fuck up. Let me go to work.
Yeah. Let me get it done. Yeah.
You know, it's just like, wow.
Yeah. And that's what's the best part about having a partner that has the same goals and the same vision and the same mindset as you is you guys can see an overwhelming obstacle and just kind of see it as a fun task and then just hit it head on together with both of your strengths. And that's the best part of me and Johnny. He's got a lot of strengths that I don't have and vice versa. So our strengths and our weaknesses really complement each other. So that way we can be a badass, efficient team and get stuff done and really rely on each other instead of doing like the whole tit for tat. Well, I did this, so you should do that. You know, that's never worked for us. But I don't think it works for anybody.
I also like how you have scheduled into his days to fuck shit up time and get shit done time, which is freaking hilarious, you know?
Yeah, calendars helped us out tremendously. Figuring out everybody's schedule and then respecting everybody's schedule has been a huge help.
Okay, so behind the scenes stuff, how much do you have in like the ordering and everything else? Or are you just like the person who walks around with the whip going,
no, guys, I'm not that mean, I promise. So it's crazy to think about it. I've only been with Johnny Slicks for a year.
Really?
So, yeah. So when I was in Chuck E. Cheese, when Johnny first started in 2018, I started working at Nick's gym when they bought it in May.
I remember that one of his videos.
Yeah.
You were doing what the machine. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So from 2018 to when the gym closed, I was managing the gym and doing all of that. So I was kind of seeing Johnny Slicks from the sideline. So we were right next door to each other, but I wasn't there present for any meetings. I wasn't handling anything. And then at the end of 2020, like the end of December of 2020, that's when I came on Johnny Slicks full time. So I've only been with it for a year. And I have to say 2021 was like a whirlwind. I got thrown into this position.
Yeah.
We didn't know what my position was. We didn't know what I could do, what I would need to fill. So last year was really trying to figure out the gaps and the holes in the company and use my strengths to kind of aid them. And I'm a super like detail organized person. So we kind of all joke I'm the calendar of everybody. So I know everybody's schedule, everybody's meeting times, everything. So that's like the best part.
That Vato and Iraq play with each other a lot, so don't read too far into that one. Yeah, they play with each other a lot.
That's good banter. So as far as like ordering and all that goes, Johnny's pretty much in charge of the lab and ordering all those supplies. And then I'm head of fulfillment. So I'll kind of keep an eye on all the team members, but fulfillment and handling customer service and the orders, that's straight up my gig. So like all the packing supplies, I'll handle all those, customer service, make sure all that's kept up. And then, kind of handling everybody's schedules, make sure everybody's on meetings on time, projects are getting handed in on time, photos are being done on time, and then also making sure like all of our outhouse people are getting their stuff submitted to time. So I'm kind of like the middle piece that keeps all the outer pieces connected and organized, and just be that extra set of eyes to make sure everything kind of is handled well.
Nice. So you're like the ultimate quality control person at Johnny.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. Yep.
Like I said, it's just staggering to think that a little while ago, you guys could never go on a vacation. And then it's like Johnny going, all right, we're just going to disappear.
Yeah.
And then seeing on Instagram, you guys at Red Rocks.
I know. That was the best birthday gift ever. He went way out for it. I was so stoked.
Yeah, I was going to say, so is your jaw still hurting from all that smiling that I saw you doing,
I know. Well, so the funny story, like I had super strict parents, so I was never able to go to concerts. Like we just never did it. My parents didn't like the music I like, so they would never take me. So when we were, I don't know, 19 or 20, we went to go see Frankie Valli in New York. And that was absolutely amazing. And then that was the only concert. And then John surprised me. We went to go see Rufus Du Sol in Red Rocks. And it was just breathtaking and music. Never mind the band, the Red Rocks.
Yeah.
It's such an experience itself just to be out there in that area. And then listening to the music, this band we love so much. It was incredible.
But I also like how you guys are showing more of yourself now, like John and his photography, and just, you guys doing different things. Like I can remember thinking how outside the box it was for him when he was doing his walks and picking up trash,
right?
And talking about, helping the earth. And I'm like, okay, that's cool,
Yeah.
But when you're seeing everything in, him with his cats,
I know, with his little princess.
Can't tell.
Yeah.
Just can't tell. I know he's
but it is cool. That's the one thing with like social media nowadays. It is cool to be able to share parts of yourself with others and kind of be more connected on a deeper level and get to know the people behind Johnny Slicks, them behind the scenes.
Which is one of the things I loved, and I think I even commented in a couple of them that you put up when you're going, hey, this is like our head fulfillment person. Hey, this is Allie.
Yeah.
Hey, this is, and getting those weird little facts about people, it's just like it helps you connect on a deeper level.
Yeah, and that's what we want for our Slicksters. We want them to know who's packing their orders, who they're emailing, because how many times do you email a company and you just get like a random robot response back, Like you want to know who you're talking to and who's taking care of everything. It makes you feel more whole. So that's always been a big thing for us, is we want to share that.
Yes, I will say, without naming a company, I have an order sitting out there in 14 days. It will be 1 year without it being fulfilled.
Oh, no. Does that make you so angry? You're just and I bet you can't get a hold of anybody.
Well, here's the problem. And not going into too far. When you email them, you get a response back going, we've been waiting on your response. And I go, look one email up. That was 4 months ago.
Yeah. So they're just giving you the runaround.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And you've seen some of my videos. You've seen me explode. I'm trying not to be me right now.
Right.
But if it hits that 1 year mark.
Yeah,
so I'm totally with you on that connection with that company, connection with the person, because I hate nothing more when you email a company and you get the robo response,
Right.
which is usually, well, due to COVID and due to everything else, we're like
Yeah.
7 to 10 days to get back to you. And I'm like, no.
Right. It makes you feel unvalued. Like, oh, you had no problem taking my money, but now you have a problem answering my question. Like, that's just so uncool.
And see, like E-Rock even agrees. It's that personal relationship with those companies that makes you want to come back and come back and come back and come back.
Yeah. And that's like the biggest thing that Johnny instilled in Johnny Slicks is we have to take care of our people. Like whether it's our slicksters, whether it's our team members, whether it's ourselves or each other, like you have to take care of people because that's how we grow as a society and that's how we better ourselves. It's community.
I can remember the first time he commented on one of my videos because I was just like, what, really? Huh? All right, cool. And it just all started from there. And anybody watching this, that's the best way to do it. Buy the product, shoot the video. If the owner wants to communicate with you, they will. That's all I'm saying. But with the social media stuff, and we're going to move into a couple other things because I'm only going to keep you about an hour like usual. I know you're very, very busy.
Yes.
And I've heard your thing going bing. So it's probably Johnny going, tell him to shut the fuck up.
No, but I have a different computer, so I don't have as many ports. So I'm on Johnny's computer, and all of his emails and notifications are going off, and I'm like, rah.
Nice. There's your cat.
There's my cat.
Going, hi, Mom.
Yeah, pay attention to me.
How do you guys as a company handle the weird side of social media? Like, I'll use the example of when I reached out to you and went, I've been handling this troll. I wanted to make you aware of what they were saying about you.
Yeah.
How do you guys treat that when they come in going, F this company, F you, F that? Because I'm sure you get those.
Oh, we do. And what we always tell everybody is, thank you for your feedback. Like, we appreciate your honesty. Everybody's got a voice. You deserve it to be heard. So thank you for letting us know how you feel. We apologize that you don't like our products or that you think they're awful or they smell horrible. Like, we're sorry you don't agree with it. But if you need anything, come back at us. Like, we're not going to keep going back and forth with like a negative Nancy. We want them to know, like, hey, we heard you. We understand your feelings are. This is what we can offer you to try to fix the solution if there was an issue or it's something we can do to keep the relationship and make them happy. But at the end of the day, you're not going to please everybody. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to like your products. And that's okay. And everybody's entitled to their opinion. But I'm not going to have myself or anybody in the company waste time on negative people. Because 9 times out of those 10, those people are just bored. They're sitting home. They're miserable. So they want to make other people miserable. And we're not going to give them that time and attention. Like, there's no point in giving somebody else the power of your emotions. Just simple as that.
I will freely admit, I used to engage with them in the comment section, but now I find it's so much more just rejuvenating to sit and go, hey, thanks for watching and thanks for your incredible feedback.
Yeah. And you just have a little chuckle at yourself and then you move on.
I actually had someone leave me a comment. Your videos are so disgusting to watch. It's not even funny. And I went, hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for the feedback. And they responded back, you're obnoxious. I'm reporting your channel. I went, have fun.
Great. More power to you.
Pretty much have fun.
Yeah. 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 So we just don't pay any mind to it. We'll just leave it be. We'll reach back so that they know they were heard and then see if we can offer a solution. And then after that, we'll let it go. And I'll really say those cases are very far and few between. Like, it really doesn't happen often. And it is so amazing that if it does happen, we have amazing slicksters who jump in and they're like, hold up, including yourself. They're like, nah, you guys got this all wrong.
Hey, I'm a slickster until the doors close or the coffin closes, point blank.
Yeah, man. It's so cool to have that community and that support. It's awesome.
Well, love you too, E-Rock.
Not true.
Insta-ban, E-Rock. Insta-ban, no. And it's one of those that, like I said earlier, you've got the core products that have been working. And once you figure out how to make them work, it's just...
Yeah.
I won't lie. There's days where I'm like in an angry mood. I'll keep Apple Slicks right by because it's so freaking awesome. I'll just open it up and smell and be like, I'm good now.
Yourself.
It's like, I'm good now.
And I think everybody needs that. I think everybody needs to figure out what triggers them and why that thing will trigger them. And then they just need to figure out how they can kind of calm themselves. And then instead of letting your emotions get the best of you, just kind of take a minute and think about it. Like, why did this situation happen? Why is it causing me to be so angry? And then just move on from it.
E-Rock, I knew what you meant, bro. I got to take every shot at you I can, dude. Yeah. because E-Rock on an unboxing video I did, I was not monetized for a little bit and won my appeal.
Yeah.
E-Rock is a wonderful immigrant to this country, and he was making fun of me, so I made fun of him back, but I used a India November Sierra joke.
Oh.
So, anywho. All right, so I saw a picture of Johnny recently holding something up going, it's almost ready. So is that the Beast Bricks, or what was he
I
calling
knew
it?
you were going to ask about that. Yes. So Johnny is literally working in our kitchen. So he's down home back to his old school roots, trying to figure out the formula and perfect it in like a small quantity. So he's working on the Beast Bars right now. So we're hoping to relaunch it super, super soon. So we're super excited. I think we're in like the final stages.
Okay, Johnny, if you're watching this, bro, not like I haven't been waiting for deodorant, water-based pomade, and
He knows, you guys, he knows. I'm hounding on him too. I've been trying to ask him for a bunch of stuff, so he's working on it. And I'll tell you what, the deodorant's freaking hard. The last time he really like cracked down and worked on the formula, me and him tested it. It applied, it went on great, and then literally like 4 seconds afterwards, your armpit's just on fire. So we're both like in the sink trying to rinse out our armpits really quick. So we were like, okay, let's put a pin in deodorant and kind of go to something else.
The worst one, I had one from a company. Matter of fact, I showed Johnny the container it came in. You know the old school push pops?
Yes, yeah.
It came in like a push pop container, a cardboard container. And like you applied it, it smelled great for 10 minutes. And then I'm like, onions, what the hell? You know?
Yeah. So deodorant's tricky.
So I know when he nails it, it's going to be legendary, okay? Because I don't ever see him releasing anything that's not good. And I saw the pain in his face about water-based pomade.
It crushed him.
Oh,
it really did. It
you
took a
couldn't
hard
tell.
hit.
You really, really couldn't tell.
Yeah. And he was so bummed because he felt like he let all the slicksters down because we were so excited to launch it for Black Friday. But that's his one main thing is if it's not 100% perfect, we're not going to release it or give it to somebody because everybody works hard for their bottom dollar. So for us to deliver a product that's not 100%, we couldn't sleep at the end of the night. So we were like, okay, there's no rush. Like we know everybody wants it really bad, but everybody would rather have quality over just getting it done quick. So he's working on that now. So hopefully that'll be released pretty soon too, hopefully.
And speaking of Black Friday, whoever decided on these hats,
amazing, right?
So much better than last year's. It's not even funny. It may be the same company, but it's got a different feel, a different look, and a different overall vibe. Yeah. And guys, they released this on Black Friday, the Johnny Z's. Sorry, my camera.
Enhance.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's about the best I'm probably going to get.
Yeah.
But guys, if you're having, God, how can I put this? If you want to change your sleep routine, get Johnny Z's. My kids will not go to bed without getting this on themselves.
That's awesome.
And the funny part, I know you said Nick designed it. Well, helped bring it out. And it's really, really funny. Not that I'm plugging his book or my review of his book, but I know where he got it from because he put it in Excommunicated Warrior, what was going on with Miss Capper in the beginning, and now it's a full-fledged product, and I'm like, that is so awesome.
Yeah, it's cool to see it come full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will admit, I have worn it in my beard a couple times, and it's really weird having that really big lavender smell right through here.
Yeah, because it's powerful. There's a lot of lavender in there. That way your body can really relax and get in a rhythm.
Yeah, didn't you say it was like 12 grams per bottle or something like that?
12 or 14, but I think you're right. I think it's 12.
Yeah, there's a lot in there. And guys, it's really, really, really good.
Yeah. It's so important to have a nighttime routine. I think that's the biggest thing a lot of people lack is routine and discipline. So like when you're ready to go to bed, like start winding your system down. Because you got to think if you're staring at a screen or a TV and then you're just trying to lay down and fall asleep, like it doesn't work. Like you got to let your body kind of relax and get into that rhythm.
Okay. God, this is going to sound bad. Don't read into it. That comes from someone with a fur baby. Now have human children that you're trying to wind down. It's like a hostage negotiation. It just doesn't happen.
Let me get rid of this. What is this doing? So sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I know we got no kids, so I couldn't speak to that. But I will tell you, there was a time where our dang cat was like attacking me at like 3 a.m. We had like a rough like 6-week period where every morning at 3 a.m. he would just come and knead on my chest and just scream full force for whatever reason. We literally had to like barricade ourselves in our room and lock him out.
Nice. See, honestly, I had a rabbit for a while.
Yeah.
And when she tried to get uppity at night and wake me up, we had a little talk like, do you want to be in the cage all night? Keep that up. You're going to be in the cage. I
Right.
swear to
I
God,
need
that
to sleep.
rabbit thought it was a human. It had its own spot on the couch. It had its own spot in the bed.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just
They
like,
have their
all right.
personalities come through for sure.
Yeah, but I'm like, a rabbit. I never thought I'd have one, and I got one, and weirdest pet ever. Greatest
Yeah.
pet ever, but weirdest.
Yeah. Weird's good.
I know. Okay, now we're going to switch into something because we're coming up towards the end here.
Yeah.
I'm changing a bunch up. And this season, as you may have noticed the title, it's not the date, it's season 3, episode 2.
Yep.
We're promoting something I'm calling build each other up.
Love it.
Because 2021, in my opinion, was the year of the troll. That's the easiest way I can put it.
Yeah.
I know we in the bearded community call it Lord Voldemort. You know how you got assaulted with emails about my channel from a certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was just part of problems that were out there. It is so easy to give into that hate and attack. And one of the things I'm basically preaching, if you want to say it that way, once you give into that hate, that person owns you.
Yeah. And they have control over your emotions.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I'm telling people is just reach out and say hi to somebody. Reach out and go, hey, are you doing okay? Like I did earlier, Iron Wing said, hey, I'm not having a good day. I paused everything and went, if you need me, I'm there.
Yeah.
Deliberately Bearded in the chat. He's not doing well recently. Every single day. Ron, you okay? How you doing, brother? It's one of these things that we're out there talking about is build each other up, because it's harder to build your brother up and build somebody up than it is to tear them down, because to tear them down, it's so simple.
Right.
You just say really dumb things and go on the aggression. I know you guys have been a big proponent of that, about building people up and building a better place to be and building a better, environment and everything.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to people to help them build things up?
For somebody else or to build up for themselves?
Go both if you can.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is just being honest, and being completely transparent with who you are as a person. But success, like there's no such thing as like a cap on success. Like everybody can have success and it's measured differently. What may be a huge success for one person could be a tiny milestone for somebody else. So there's no reason to kind of go back and forth and nitpick with each other. But it is such a rewarding feeling to have a good team and support each other. And then when you help somebody reach a success, or even if you don't help them, even if you just kind of listen through the struggle, once they reach that success or that next level and they get it, you feel in your heart so much joy and excitement because that's somebody that you care for and you love about, and they're doing really well. And guess what? When they start doing really well, then you could probably do well, really well as well, making those connections that help support each other. So really just being honest and, having that care for somebody else and that love for somebody else. I don't know. It seems pretty easy and pretty like second nature for us. Like I've never been a mean person or like wanted to take somebody down or not see them be successful. Like I kind of always want that.
You're from Jersey and you're not a mean person. You're from Jersey.
So technically I was born in Jersey, but technically I'm a PA girl.
Okay.
So,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. I stand correct. Okay. I got you.
That could be what it was. I mean, we went to Jersey. All of our family was in there all the time, but I was born and raised in PA all the time. So I think that kind of helped. But don't get me wrong. Like if I have to, I forget what Nick calls it, but Nick's like, okay, Rebecca, get your like Italian crazy side out and like, let's get this thing handled. But it is, it's just, I don't know. That's how we fix the world. That's how we grow as a better, better world, a better economy. We just need to raise each other up and lift each other up because there's no such thing as like a limit on success. Like it's out there for everybody.
And it's one of the things that I wish more people would understand.
Yeah.
There's so much room at this table for you to eat.
Yes.
You don't need to take my plate.
Yeah.
Go make your own.
And here's the thing, when you're really honed in to what you want as a person and you're chasing your goals, your circle kind of gets smaller. Like if you had a big circle, because you don't have time for all that extra BS. And for the people that are complaining like, oh, my life is miserable and my job sucks. Okay, well, what are you doing about it? nothing. You don't have time for that. So then once you put yourself in that circle with all like-minded people, the
Yes.
success starts to see, it seems to come easier, but it's not. It's just everybody's working really hard for the same goal or for a different goal. And they just have that mindset where there's no room for negativity.
See, I'm trying really hard this year to go back to this statement. Change your outlook, change your environment.
Yeah.
Because if you show me somebody who's going to hang out with drug users, drug dealers, alcoholics, that kind of thing, that's what you're going to be. You
Yeah.
show me somebody who's hanging out with a group of successful people who will push you to do better, that's what you're going to be.
Yeah.
Now, have I always been successful at that? No. My failures have been pretty publicly evident. Some of them have been in video form that I could look back at and go, wow, you're an idiot. But I leave it there. So if I need to humble myself, I can pull that video up and go, watch, dumbass, that was you.
And you also learn from it. Like for every failure you have, it's just a learning opportunity. Like not everybody's perfect. You're not always going to get everything right the first time. But if you have a failure, it's not like, don't be woe is me, I'm a loser, life sucks. It's okay, let me take this time to realize what went wrong, what I can do for the future and how I can fix it and how I can grow from it. And just, have a lesson curve. I think the biggest thing we took away from like 2020 into 2021, where Johnny got really tired of hearing it, a problem would come up and I'd be like, well, it's a good problem to have, right? Like it's a problem, but at least we have this opportunity that something came up. Now let's do something about it,
And you see, I know Johnny took something from that because I remember we're having a problem getting lids. We're having a problem getting this. We're having a problem getting that. And then one of the last times you guys were on, he's like, no, I'm making the shortage. I am becoming the problem,
Yeah, and he just ordered all of them everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can tell because like the lids in the Beast Wash and the shampoo and everything I've gotten in recently,
they're changed.
You have some that are just the screw top right off. You got to pour it out.
Yep.
You have others where the flip lid
top.
doesn't really come up all the way, so it's like you're turning at a weird angle.
Yeah.
But he found a solution to the problem by grabbing as much as he could that would work with this product and not compromise his standards, which I thought was phenomenal.
Right. And at the end of the day, the point is to have a lid on a product that fits the bottle. It was sourced in America. It's American made company. It doesn't really matter what type of flip lid it works, like at the end of the day, you can't you got to take and give.
But it's taking from that lesson. And it's something that with my channel, I'm trying to do differently. Instead of giving in to the children, have a nice life. I don't care.
Yeah.
You're not affecting me. You're not affecting my channel. And I call it, are you feeding me? Are you financing me? And well, having adult relations with me, then your opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. And you've got this huge community of all these people that love and support you. So don't give your energy to those negative Nancy's. Like put them right back into this community. And then this community gives it right back to you.
That's what's funny is that switch moment happened because somebody basically decided to get in an argument with me about a customs form on a box.
Oh my gosh.
I wish I was making it up.
Yeah.
I wish. He got upset because a company put a customs form on his package that was mailed international, and his wife saw how much he had to spend. And he found some weird thing on Etsy that goes, you don't have to do it. You can put the form inside the box. No, you can't.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
Not per the post office. And he lost his mind. At that point, I went, I used to be just like you, and I'm just not going to do that anymore.
Yeah.
That's not. So that was my switch moment this year to go, get off your fat Irish ass, be better, and help build your brothers up.
Yeah.
Well, and sisters, no offense.
No, you're good. You're good.
She's like, yeah, that order you thought you had, cancel.
No, stop it.
Okay, so as we're coming up on the hour, I will ask, is there any, God, how can I put this? Any more Beast videos on the horizon? Because I miss those.
So, Guy, yes. So we actually have a lot in plan for the Beast because now he's an employee at Johnny Slick. So if he wants that paycheck, he needs to start working. So we actually had a great media meeting today, and we have a lot planned for the Beast. So we're actually super excited. I think you guys are going to I know you guys are absolutely going to love what we have in store. So you'll be seeing a lot more. That's our newest team member. So he'll be around a lot more.
I hope so, because those videos are so freaking hilarious.
I know. I
And you
know.
can see people trying not to laugh. I'm like, I wonder how many takes they have to go through when Johnny's doing his stuff, in the Beast.
I know. We need like a blooper reel.
And I thought it was great, like the Christmas party, how you had the Beast outfit hung up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was just
He's
so.
a part of us.
Whoever thought of Christmas cards was should they little 5x7s that you guys
Yeah.
were
The
sending out?
postcards. Yeah.
That was amazing. That was great. I actually framed mine. It's hanging on the wall downstairs.
Oh, I love that. That was Johnny's idea. So Johnny's he never really did family photos as a kid. So he really, once we got our team and we knew like this was our set of people, we really wanted to have a good family photo. And that's what the holidays are all about, spending time with family, remembering your loved ones. So we were like, we have to get a family photo and send it out to everybody. So I'm so glad you loved it.
Oh, it was one of those unexpected things. Like you open it up and you're like,
yeah,
cool. And my kids will kill me if I don't ask this.
Yes.
Mrs. Slicks, when is it making its return?
Oh, that I don't know. That I'm not sure on. So we'll have to see. So sorry, I can't give you a better answer.
That's okay. I've got 2 of the OG body butters over there.
Yeah, I don't know. She did really well, but I mean, our niche is our primary demographic is usually men, and that's what it goes for. And all the products can be used, either which way. So I don't know when she'll be coming back. But we had a lot of fun with her. That whole 80s theme was real fun.
Yeah, and I will say for the record, anybody watching this, the cuteness factor actually loves rugged in her hair.
Oh, nice.
Which is really strange to think about. My daughter smelling like juniper berry and Cuban tobacco.
Yeah.
But it worked really, really well in her hair.
Yeah. Does she do oil-based?
No, we don't use pomade on her yet. But it's the conditioner and shampoo. And, of course, Johnny Z's at night.
Yes.
But the boy really loves Armagen. As I call Johnny, his dirty pirate hooker.
Yes.
I mean, come on, the black around the eyes and everything. I know.
Hey, that stuff stays on forever.
Well, tell him not to use shoe polish and a Sharpie, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Get him some better makeup.
Pretty much. And the brat, as she likes to call herself, her own picked YouTube name is a paradise freak.
Yep.
So you can always tell who's taking a shower when you walk by the bathroom.
You smell it?
You smell it and you're like, all right, Amber's in there. Okay, Brianna's in there,
It's a good way to know everybody's taking their showers.
Yeah, except the boy. He's at that age. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do it.
We have a checklist every morning when he walks down the stairs. Hair, deodorant, teeth. And he usually pauses and has to turn and go right back upstairs.
Go do them all.
Pretty much.
Johnny Slicks makes it more fun for him. It makes it more cool.
Yeah, but I'm not at that point where I want to have him come close so I can smell his breath and make sure he did his.
He did it. Yeah.
No. But okay, so we're coming up on that hour, so we're going to start kind of closing her down here just because I know you're busy, and I'm very, very grateful this time you gave me today. I'm once again calling shenanigans because Lynn Miss, I don't know how I can do this. I don't bull.
I know, you make it so easy. It's a great conversation. No, I'm so glad you brought me back on. These are always so much fun.
Well, we had to have you on because you're you.
Yes.
And I just see numbers jump. So, hey, Johnny, if you're watching, I've got your wedding photo, bro. I don't know what the hell she's doing with you with that face and no beard. Nope.
No.
Brother, I love you. She's a timeless beauty. You, work in progress. That's all I'm saying.
No, he's always been so handsome.
Oh, you're biased. You are biased.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That is
the holder. That's all I'm saying. But all right, guys, later on tonight, we will have Bearded Ambitions on at our usual time of 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Like I said, I really wanted to do a doubleheader today. And why not start season 3 off with 2 incredible guests? Yes. This has been a dream one for me, having you on.
Thank you.
Not lie.
Oh, thank you. It was so much fun. I'm so glad we did it.
Oh, you and me both. And guys, I will clue you in on one video being released this week. There's going to be a knife review tomorrow. And Friday, tune in later tonight. I'll tell you exactly what that one is. But we're going to roll that little outro video. Please don't go anywhere. Just like last time, I'd like to talk to you in that wonderful little green room afterwards.
Yes. Bye, everybody. Stay slick.
Guys, thank you so much for the time you just gave me. I hope you enjoyed our guest. Guys, thank you so much for the time you just gave me. I hope you enjoyed our guest tonight, if we had one, and yes, I'm pre-recording this, or that you might have enjoyed an open mic night or whatever the heck just happened. We're going to try to do these every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and whatever you guys are in between and around the world. Next week, we should have another amazing guest or something really cool for you to watch. Thanks so much for watching all this stuff, guys, and we'll see you in our next one.